I think he's now sort of starting to accept it, you know, and starting to accept that role. But I don't think he ever quite really figures it out, even in this season. Where, you know, I like to sort of think about it like stages of grief, you know, like the anger and rejection, or, you know, and then coming to that stage of acceptance, you know. And I think each episode has that stage for Alex, at least, that I sort of wanted to make as real as possible in this sort of otherworldly world that we've created.
It seems like, though, he's starting to realize that with being the chosen one comes power that he's going to be able to use.
Yeah.
Is he going to get a little power hungry this season?
Yeah, well, that's even like last night's ep is sort of shows a lot of that, like where he realizes how he can help other people, even those that are closest to him, especially Claire. So last night's ep is kind of, it gets crazy, like with Claire's mother. He wants to bring her back to life, and so it's a really powerful episode, and Roxanne's performance is amazing.
So do you see any similarities between when you were David and Kings? I was also the Revolt. I love that show.
Oh, thanks,
and
man.
then, you
Me
know,
too.
it's very similar. At least I see the characters where you're kind of thrown in a situation that you didn't expect to be in.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like David on ecstasy. I mean, it's like it's just a sort of grown-up version of David almost, right? I mean, it is that through line of a sort of chosen one or a messenger in a sense. But yeah, I don't know why. I just subconsciously feel that I'm attracted to that sort of role, or there's something for me to learn from it, or myself. But it's been a really cool journey.
Early on in the season, you had one scene where you were leaving. Alex was leaving Vega. And during the live tweet of the show, the producers tweeted out that every take an animal would cross the road, and that you had to do that. Has that been a problem, or do you find that funny or annoying?
I don't know if that's so true. I think that might have been an exaggeration a little bit. We did have a couple of animals, but I think maybe someone said something, and then like Chinese whispers got like exaggerated to like lions were running across the road. You know, like it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't. We were shooting in safe locations, and, you know, it was some beautiful locations, but you have to travel quite far out to get to like lions and things like that. Yeah. But it's a cool story though.
It's fun to watch the live tweet and see who's doing what, and then when you offered to pick Mr. Shatner up from the airport.
Oh yeah, you watched that. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That was so crazy how he came on board. It's like I had friends of mine asking, you know, is someone mates with him, or does he have a family member on the show? And I was like, no, he's a huge science fiction fan, and it came from a fan. A fan just asked him, you know, would you like to eat the show? And he was like, if they asked me, and then I called Vaughn, and William Shatner just said that he would, you know. And Vaughn's like, I know, what do we do? So we're trying to compose a tweet. Yeah, it's an honor, Mr. Shatner, and like, you know. But I've been a Trekkie myself, so I found a video of myself when I was really young, like playing around in Star Trek, and I sent it to him, and he loved it, and yeah, he's been really supportive. So yeah, it's been real cool.
It's fun to have celebrities as your fans.
Yeah, and you know, I'm trying to build my Twitter followers. And he's got like 2 million, you know, so give me some of those Twitter followers.
So how's the experience been here at Comic-Con?
It's good. It started like early. We, you know, it's crazy. Because I'd come for Kings, but I don't think it was like this. This has been a little bit more crazy.
Twice as many people.
Yeah, which is great. It's great for the show, and it's kind of, you're getting driven around in a limo, like we've been to like 4 or 5 different places, and a yacht, and then something else, and then you're seeing like other cast members from other shows, and you're just all like passing each other, just like, hey, how's it going? That's great. Yeah, it's just sort of, so it's a little bit edgy, but like fun. Yeah.
What part of the story appeals to you the most? We're gonna do two.
Well, we got two questions. What? Sorry.
What part of the Dominion story appeals to you the most?
For me, is like being, if I was like a solo fan of the show, just watching it, it would be to be sort of, it's like we live in a weird world today, I think, and it's like a system that is like just a bit crazy, and it's like I like the idea that Alex is so over it that he wants out, and that he has to grow up and at some point accept the destiny or accept who he is as a man, and I think that we all go through that kind of journey in our life where we come to some sort of stage where you either sort of, not like sink or swim, but just sort of like you're either on the fence or you're this side or you're not. And I like that universal story that we have. That, I think it's a very encouraging story, you know.
Do you have a message for your fans?
Just freaking thanks for watching and loving our show, and we appreciate it, and you know, it's just super awesome. So I hope you keep enjoying it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna get Roxanne, and I'm gonna